Good morning. Buenos dias and konnichiwa. Whatever language you speak. And wherever you're at in the world, scratch that. Wherever you're at in the universe, humans and aliens alike, you are tuned into what we affectionately call the worst case scenario. No! Max Fuller, Brett Blakemore filling in for PA in Nordo. We're the biggest disaster on your FM dial. Just ask
anyone.
I mean,
anyone on the planet.
Anybody, all 16 of our listeners that listen every Sunday, just ask them. But we're not just anybody, like I said. I'm Max Fuller, a.k.a. Fromauer, a.k.a. Samuel L. Maxson, a.k.a. a million other things.
We had a good one on yesterday.
What was it?
It made me laugh.
Oh, I forgot about it already.
Was it Fromello? No.
Lamelfro? No, it was something else. It was something else.
Oh, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Related.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Fro. Yu-Gi-Fro, a.k.a. Yu-Gi-Fro, a.k.a. a million other things. I'm the worst of the worst. I'm a black cat on Friday the 13th. It's Monday the 13th. But I'm a black cat on Friday the 13th. I'm the human equivalent of a broken mirror. I'm an umbrella opened up indoors. I put the worst in worst case scenario. 'Cause come on now. You just heard him. My co-host, my DJ, my partner in crime. He's the GOAT, the cornfield Casanova, the Hawkeye State hottie, the Hufflepuff hunk. I'll skip the one I used yesterday because apparently it's offensive.
Did you see on X that you got a pass? Though?
Oh, okay, I got a pass.
I still wouldn't.
Usually I hand them out.
Yeah,
I got a pass. That's great news. He's the best in the biz.
Yeah.
Brett Blakemore, Triple B. The third B is for best in the biz. How's it going, Brett?
I'm doing well. Pool day yesterday.
Oh, hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
and this weather, we were going to mention it yesterday and we didn't get to it. Shocking, because that's how we roll. Someone texted in they'd rather have 30 below than 90.
It's insane.
That's a preposterous statement. 90 is not that. I mean, I get 100, but you're pushing that with hundreds and humidity. 30 below, you can't walk outside. I don't care how bundled up you are. You can't do anything.
Okay.
No, thank you. You can at least find a way with sunscreen and water. Give me, and I'm golfing later today. Can't do that in 30
Happy
below.
For you.
So thank you. Oh, good for me.
Oh, good for you.
You can't do that in 30 below. I think that's an insane statement.
I don't know, man. It depends on the humidity. If it's humid in 90, there's nothing you could do. I'm kind of with the texter on this one because you can fight back against the cold. You can wear 3, 4, 5 layers. You know what I'm saying? Tuck the afro into the ears. There's something you could do to fight back. Mittens, multiple socks, the whole get up. There's nothing you could do. The sun's just putting belt to butt, dog. There's nothing you can do to fight against the sun.
You know what's funny is when I first moved here, I was the opposite. I was the cold guy. I want to skate. I want to ski, and I still like doing those things. But now it's about when's my next tea time?
Yeah.
When's the sun coming? But yeah, I have changed. Yeah.
You're moving on up in the world like the Jeffersons.
I'm transitioning to a summer type guy.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
I don't know, man. I love the summertime too.
You know what? But your car doesn't freeze over and not start in 90 degrees.
That's true.
The seats might be a little hot.
My car doesn't freeze over in general because I don't have one.
But you probably don't want to be standing at a bus stop at 30 below.
I don't want to be standing at a bus stop in 90-degree weather either, dog. I mean, I don't
want to be standing at a bus stop, period.
Let me tell you, your boy ain't got no AC at the crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's mostly why I said yes to covering.
Do you have like a window one?
No. It was I got a bootleg one. I got it off of like Facebook Marketplace or one of those kind of things.
Get what you pay for.
You know, right.
Yeah.
It served itself admirably. It did the damn thing, but it's time to hang its jersey up in the rafters and call it a day. So I haven't even bothered to put it in this time. I'm just raw dogging it, and it's not fun.
Godspeed to you.
It is not fun, bro. It's like a whole puddle in your boy's bed. No innuendo. Just sweat.
What time did she leave?
Sweat and funk. No, straight up. The ladies don't even want to come in the crib, dog. It's a sauna. It's a sauna up in there.
Yeah.
No, I had a girl come over. She straight up was like, "Nah, I'm leaving." And she was not lying. It was too hot. I'm hotboxing myself up in there, man. That's half the reason I love being on the airwaves. I love getting the opportunity, the honor to fill in for the one and only Paul Allen and the one and only Eric
it's
Nordquist.
Freezing in that room.
But also, there's AC here. That's why your boy said yes.
Maybe
I was sweating the fro out. This is fake.
Maybe with the World Cup, you're just in solidarity with all the Europeans that don't have AC. You're just trying to live life like them, which I can respect.
And they need some solidarity. Those Europeans, they have it rough, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm fighting for my life at the crib. No AC in this 100-degree, 90-degree, whatever the hell it is.
Godspeed.
Weather. Yeah. Speaking of fighting, Brett Blakemore, I don't think most people, the people that bet on Kalshi, what the show is going to open up with, thought we would open up with the Miami Heat, talking about Miami Heat talk. But I'm sure you saw the news over the weekend. Bam Adebayo punched former teammate Tyler Hero in the face. Left a black eye, too. Like, he did an interview, and you could see, like, they said he's straight. He just walked right up to him. Very few words were exchanged, and hands were thrown. That's real beef right there when it's on site. When you barely even have any, there's nothing you could do to talk your way out of it. It's like, no, we're gonna scrap. We're gonna throw down right here, right now.
When would you rather have that, or your teammates are punching at each other, or your players punching at walls and breaking their hands?
I'd rather have them throwing hands at each other. I mean, they're not teammates anymore, so it's like, fight the other team. Go ahead. Yeah, we should scrap it out. I'm not trying to fight Bam Adebayo, period. I mean, that reach dog is lethal. And, there's multiple. I'm not the first one to
make this. He scored like 80 points one time.
He did, in fact, score 80 points. Multiple people have pointed out that Bam Adebayo threw more punches than Conor McGregor in Las Vegas over the weekend. I'm not the first one to point that out. We're going to get into that a little bit later. Rosie loves it. Rosie loves the downfall.
Rosie loves the ACL tear.
Conor McGregor. Yeah. I'm not trying to fight an NBA center, though. That's like the reach. No matter how much Bam Adebayo's not the most intimidating looking guy, but the reach game is kind of insane. And we were talking about it yesterday. What if the Timberwolves got into a Royal Rumble WWE style scrap? Who would win? And I think we were kind of all of the mind that Rudy Gobert would win. I mean, he's dealing with the biggest dudes every single night. 7 foot tall, probably like freaking 1,000,000-foot wingspan. He's going to knock you out before you even get there. I mean, Victor Wembanyama is probably, I weigh like 30 pounds more than Victor Wembanyama, and I'm blowing away in the wind.
He's not a very big guy.
He's not a big dude.
That could be provided. He is a big guy. He's just not a big guy.
He's got that Slender Man reach, though.
Yes.
That Mr. Fantastic type reach. You're not even going to be able to get a body blow in because you're not even going to be able to get close to him. So we were all kind of the mind state that Rudy Gobert, listen, Jay McDaniels.
Can you imagine if he dressed up as Slender Man?
Didn't he one time? I think
he probably did.
I think he did one time. I don't know if that was like AI or not. Yeah. I feel like an old person. I don't know what's AI and what's not anymore. But
it is sad.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's getting spooky out here, dog.
It's getting worse.
It's getting way worse.
We're cooked.
And, no, straight up cooked. And we're in remember AOL? The
dial-up?
The dial-up phase?
Uh-huh.
We're in the dial-up phase of AI right now. This is just rookie mode. We're not even on all Madden. We're not even on all pro yet.
I think the move is just to assume everything is AI until proven otherwise.
Pretty much, yeah. At this point.
Yep.
So let me tell you, these beautiful women that are in my DMs, all of a sudden, they all have 6 fingers. So, like, your boy's getting fooled. I might be
You get followed by a Twitter account with a beautiful woman, and she only has 1 post. Like 3 followers. Oh, boy.
They're like, oh, wow.
Man.
The first thing she wanted to do when she got on Twitter is DM me and ask me for money. Sure, why not? I'll give you a couple bucks.
There's some great texts on the temperature thing.
Yeah.
We do have to break soon. Here a guy says, 30 below before 90 degrees, PST #1 seed without a doubt. Agreed. But then, follow-up 319 guy says, does Brett not have Minnesota clothes? How long has he been here? I have Minnesota clothes. I just don't like to wear them. It's annoying to put on 15 layers before I go out in the dead of winter.
But wintertime, though,
it's depressing.
That's when you flex the fits, though. That's when you really got to stun on them. You know, you can't be...
Do I look like a guy that would flex fits?
Absolutely. You're the most stylish, you're the most sartorial person at the Fan, dog. I mean, come on now.
Sartorial.
If it was fan next top model, Brett Blakemore, you're at least runner-up, if not number one.
That is, wow, sartorial.
I would say so. Sartorial, you like that, right?
Sartorial.
I had to go ahead, look it up.
An adjective that refers to tailors, the tailoring trade, or more broadly, men's clothing, style of dress. Maxo, Covenant claps.
Thank you.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Thank you. They don't call me. They don't call me William Shakespeare for no reason. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's what I'm saying. I got the vocab, but fan next top model. I'm telling you, Brett Blakemore, you don't underrate yourself, man. You could pull a fit off if you wanted to. But in the summertime, it's economic.
You need to get in the gym.
You don't really dress to impress. You're just trying to. Which I'm not dressed to impress at all today. I put this shirt on, dog. I look like a disheveled dad right now.
Saturday mornings, I'll wear pajamas. No one's here.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop me?
I look like I just rolled out of bed. I put this shirt on. I was feeling good. I got this Mean Girl shirt on. It's got stains everywhere. It smells like I've been wearing it. I thought I hit it with the axe a couple times, dog. It's bad. It's bad right now, Brett Blakemore. But I know we have to break real quick, but I want the listeners to just ponder this for a second. We're going to come back to this. We got distracted, which we tend to do sometimes. If there was a Royal Rumble style match, everybody at the Fan, all in a wrestling ring together, fighting to throw the other ones over the top rope of the ring, who wins in a Fan Royal Rumble? We just talked about the Timberwolves Royal Rumble. I think Rudy Gobert's got it, but who wins in a Fan Royal Rumble?
Something quickly to ponder. Are former professional athletes allowed?
Yes. Everybody in the fan sphere.
That's tough.
Yeah, obviously. Ben Lever is the leader in the clubhouse.
Jumps out to me at that point.
But I think our Texans, they're creative. They're knowledgeable.
Yeah, don't just go for the low-hanging, Ben Lever. He played for the Vikings.
Let's be real. He's probably
he's going to dominate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's also be honest, too. I'm doing the spot where I get thrown out through 3 tables. Yeah. That's my spot because I'm easy to throw. Right. That's where I fit into this equation.
It's just like first one out, and you just run right at Ben and just...
Who got choke slammed through the table? And it's like a really famous...
Oh, yeah.
Brian,
I know what you're talking about.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm doing that bit. I'm getting tossed out of the ring.
I mean, come on. Honestly, Ben Lever could just huff and puff like the big bad wolf, and I'm going to blow out the ring right away. You know what I'm saying? I got no chance, but I'm curious what the listeners think.
Yeah, get creative.
64686. You already know when I'm here, when Brett's here, whatever show we're on, it's the People's Show here at KFAN. You're who we do it for. You're the real star of the show. You can holler at us, 64686. You can give us a call, 800-320-5326. Email us. Booth at KFAN for all the unks and aunties out there, because I don't think the young people really emailing like that. But for some people ain't texting in also. So if you want to email us, holler at us on the email. You can send us a little talk back on the free iHeartRadio app. Tap that little microphone icon and give us your best 30 seconds or less. You don't have to use up the whole 30 seconds. And we're all over the place today. As you can tell already, just in the first 15 minutes, we got a bunch of stuff going on. We got WWE superstar and Minnesota's own Tiffany Stratton. I was lucky enough to talk to her ahead of SummerSlam coming to U.S. Bank Stadium August 1st and 2nd. We're going to hear from Tiffy time, Tiffany Stratton, Prior Lake's own. We got Marissa Voss, one of our new broadcast besties, coming on to talk about our suddenly surging baseball team. Andy Greeter of the Pioneer Press. The Fan has learned the World Cup is still going. Even though the USA is out, we're down to the final 4 teams. We're going to talk to Andy about the final 4, the semifinals of the World Cup, and the ongoing civil war in the U.S. amongst U.S. soccer fans. Speaking of throwing hands, people are ready to throw hands.
Seriously.
About the future of soccer in the United States. And, of course, we just talked about it. We spent the whole last 15 minutes talking about throwing hands. We're going to talk about UFC, the disaster that was UFC, I believe, 329 over the weekend. Conor McGregor, grand opening, grand closing within the first minute of the fight. We're going to talk UFC. We're going to talk a little Timberwolves hoops around the corner. All types of stuff going on, 9 to noon, worst case scenario edition coming at you after this commercial break.
This Sunday, watch with us and Nordo at Boardwalk Kitchen and Bar as a World Cup champion will be crowned. We'll have the finals match on, plus tons of games, prizes, great drink specials. The party starts at 2 p.m. We'll see you this Sunday at Boardwalk Kitchen and Bar in Shakopee.
Welcome back, 9 to noon. Max Fuller here, Brett Blakemore. We are the worst case scenario, filling in for PA in Nordo. Brett, I can't believe the finals already on Sunday.
I know. It's all over.
It's been so much fun.
We've gotten some A-plus texts on the KFAN Royal Rumble.
We asked the listeners right before the break who would win in a KFAN Royal Rumble style battle. Brett Blakemore, you want to read some of the texts here?
I mean,
it's not. We thought it would just be a runaway for Ben Lieber, but the listeners are getting creative and they're bringing up some really good points.
This is I thought everyone would go for Ben Lieber. To me, the final three off the top of my head, if we're being realistic, would be Ben Lieber. I think Tommy O.
Tommy O's
That's
definitely
mostly because people are jumping over the top rope to try to get away.
Yeah.
And then Parker Fox, three professional athletes. But I'm telling you, one swift kick to that knee, he's out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, dog, I know everybody's weakness. I'm fighting dirty. I'm the heel in this situation. I'm going right for Parker's knees. I'm hitting Abbott in the back with a steel chair.
No, you got to hit him in the foot.
In the foot, too. I'm stepping on his foot.
Right.
I'm hitting Swedberg with the RKO neck breaker. I'm going for everybody's weakness, dog.
Let's see.
A lot of people voting for Lil B, which is a great shout. I'm going to just go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and say that Lil B would be my winner 100% because I'm just going to be scared and I'm going to eliminate myself in that situation if I got to go one-on-one with Lil B.
So here's some great text. I'm going to rattle them off. Here's one that says, PA would win the Rumble because he would tickle everyone to the point where they throw themselves out of the ring.
Always
love that one.
I always love that one.
Someone says tackle Terry Tuma for giving one the fish hook.
Yeah.
That would be a signature move. He's always got a trick up his sleeve.
He does. And you never know where he's going to come from. He's always out there on the river, but you don't know where exactly he's coming from.
He won't tell you.
He won't tell you the location. So you might not even know he's going to show up. You just hear, by God, that's Tackle Terry Tuma's music. And then he shows up. He's like one of those old school wrestlers that just only does the one bit. Comes out there with the fishing rod, just hooks somebody.
He's like Santino.
Yeah, instead of the Sacco, with Mick Foley, he comes out there with the fishing hook.
By the way,
Tackle Terry Tuma was a good shout, actually.
Along those lines, crafty veteran.
Yeah.
The captain.
Cap?
Think about that.
Oh, I bet Cap got scrappy back in the day. Cap definitely threw some hands back in the day. I would like to poll our KFAN fellow employees, family members, who's actually been in a fight before. Like, we know Chris Hockey
we're overwhelmingly in the no category. Probably 30%, maybe less.
I'm curious, though. I bet Cap used to scrap back in the day.
Here's a text from Chad and Carver saying, who's going to mess with Lil B? Seems like a death wish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's right.
Just the glare. You know what I'm saying? All she's got to do is look at you. She's not even going to have to throw a single punch.
The glare would just make you float over the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Fly out of the ring.
Right. I'm going to fly out of the whole damn arena.
I like this text. Common would be the evil manager to the Sauce.
The Sauce.
Common would hold Lieber's ankle from outside the ring, and the Meat would use his oversized head to headbutt Lieber. The move is called the Sauce, and Lieber would fall through the ropes. Well, he's got to fall over the ropes, and the Sauce would take the belt.
I actually love this idea, and I don't
hate that.
In an alternate universe, that Common is definitely the evil manager.
Great manager
for Meat Sauce, 100%.
They'd be able to cut a promo.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They'd be great in the wrestling business together. I love that.
Max might win, says Brandon in Mexico. He'd have foreign objects hidden in that afro.
Oh, for sure. Listen.
Why hasn't that bit been done?
Put
like brass knuckles in the front and just pull it out.
Genius. Because I'm telling you, I've snuck some illicit substances in the fro going into concerts before and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I actually did have a security guard check the afro one time, which I really just had to applaud him because I was like, you know what?
He has to respect that.
Yeah, you got to respect it. You got to respect the game. That's an elite security guard right there. He deserves a raise because sometimes I definitely have. So I've snuck some stuff in there, even when they get tricky about the pick. Sometimes they don't want me bringing in the pick, and they're like, it's sharp, it's a weapon, and I'm like, no, it's just for the hair. It is a weapon, though. I'll be using that like a shuriken. I'm like a ninja with that joint, dog. I got pinpoint accuracy with the afro pick. I saw someone else say Max can't win because the glass jaw. That's too soon, man. Too soon, damn it.
Someone else brings up Mark Parrish. You gotta keep that in mind.
That is true. All the former hockey players. Tenebisi as well. Everybody that used to play hockey around here, for sure. Scrappy. Y'all are scrappy.
And then lastly, there's a couple texts for Hawk. Here's one. Actually, Chris Hockey might win. He'd be lathered up in baby oil.
I'm not sure. I mean, maybe Hawk.
It'd be hard to throw out.
Yeah, he would. And speaking of people that's been, Hawk may have
I hope it is baby oil.
He's the most experienced when it comes to throwing hands, for sure. Indiana Hawk, if he comes out, it depends. You know, he's got his alter ego. If he just comes out as Chris Hockey, then yeah, he's got a damn good chance. But Indiana Hawk,
well,
he's the betting favorite, 100%. And if he's fighting over somebody, stealing women, forget about it. Hawk is the favorite.
Here's the last text, and we'll get to Tiffy on the other side. KFAN Royal Rumble, that's easy. I take Hockey with a foreign object in his trunks, and he fights dirty with experiences of fighting back in Indiana. Plus, he got beat up by a dad of a girl he was dating in high school. Love you, Max. Didn't say anything about me. That's okay. But yeah, so Hockey. Thank you.
Hockey. So it's down to Hawk, Lil B, and Ben Lieber is what we're.
And you're on your own after that.
And you're on your own after that. And Tackle Terry Tumo. That's the final four.
He's a dark horse.
Right there. Tackle Terry Tumo. That's who my money is on. You know, I was speaking of Couchy, again, Brett Blakemore, normally the money is on us going over on these segments, but we're on 9 to noon. So we got to be pinpoint with our accuracy. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I know I teased talking about the Timberwolves, this ongoing social media debate about Naz Reid and his possible jersey retirement, but we'll get to that later in the show.
By the way, the TimberTech set list also in play. We was teeing up our entire show. We will be taking the next segment, the Steve's Marathon segment, Steve's Appliances, and it would be Vikes Bites in that segment, which is Kinmount Exteriors. Kinmount Exteriors, thank you. Kinmount Exterior.
And it's kind of Vikes Bites because we're talking about something going down where the Vikings play.
Nice.
SummerSlam is going down at US Bank Stadium August 1st and August 2nd. And it ain't SummerSlam without Tiffany Stratton. Prior Lake's own Tiffany Stratton. I got a chance to talk to the WWE superstar herself. We're going to listen to that around the corner. More 9 to noon in just a sec.
We are just as surprised as you are.
America Summary Mystery Prizes. Well, it's back. Grab one at any of our KFAN events. Anytime you see the KFAN Street Team this summer, then go to Mall of America and redeem it for discounts and exciting prizes. Check out upcoming events, KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Welcome back, 9 to noon, worst case scenario edition. Max Fuller, Brett Blakemore here. WWE SummerSlam is right around the corner, just a couple weeks away, and it's going down right here in Minneapolis, down at US Bank Stadium. I know I'm pumped for it. Brett's pumped for it. The whole damn land of 10,000 lakes is getting hype about it. And if you're not, maybe you're on the fence. Maybe you're like James from St. Louis Park, who's texting in right now complaining that we're talking about wrestling. Listen, just take a deep breath. I think you're going to get a little excited after hearing from Minnesota's own Tiffany Stratton. She grew up in Prior Lake. She's one of us. She started off as a gymnast, and now she's a WWE champion. I got a chance to talk to her about wrestling at US Bank Stadium, the ups and downs of being a WWE wrestler, and more. Let's take a listen, and we'll holler at you on the other side. It's Tiffy time here in the Twin Cities. I mean, it's always Tiffy time here in the Twin Cities, but I don't gotta watch Tiffy, but it's coming up here pretty quick. Saturday, August 1st, Sunday, August 2nd, SummerSlam is coming to US Bank Stadium, and Tiffany Stratton, Prior Lake's own Tiffany Stratton, will be in the building. Tiffany, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Is it like, okay, obviously it's exciting, right? That it's in Minnesota. It's at US Bank. You're wrestling where the Vikings play. You know, it's not just any old venue. You're wrestling where the Vikings play. It's got to be exciting, but it's got to be a little nerve-wracking too, right?
I feel like there's a ton of pressure. Oh no, my light just died.
Oh no.
I feel like there's a ton of pressure, but I like pressure. It's exciting. And to have a SummerSlam in my home state is so cool. I feel like that doesn't happen a lot of times. I feel like Minnesota hasn't really had that big of an event for a while. So I'm excited to be in Minnesota for a SummerSlam event. I think that's so awesome.
It's going to be so much fun, but it's got to be, your whole extended family. I mean, your cousins probably popping up out of nowhere, right? Your whole extended family's got to be in the building. That's got to add a little bit more pressure, though, right?
No. I feel like that makes it better. You know, having family members that don't even really watch wrestling get to come and watch me wrestle live in person.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just going to be enamored by everything. a lot of my family like doesn't watch it. So when they're going to be there live in person, I feel like they're all going to become fans after.
100%. I was just telling my coworkers, it's like, even if you don't watch it on TV every week, when you see it in person, you're just going to fall in love with it. It's almost impossible not to, right?
Yeah. I almost tell, like, every time I do this media and I'm like on like a news station or like I'm just in front of people that have never really watched wrestling, I always tell them to go to a live event or go to a TV and witness it in person, because I guarantee you they will be leaving a fan, because it's just so different. It's just, nothing is really live TV anymore, and you have live wrestling. So like things can happen on the fly, like so many random things can pop up. Like, it's just so cool in person. It's different.
It really is. It's a mix of everything. You know, it's sports, it's theater, it's kind of reality television in a way at the same time. It'd be like if Justin Jefferson was on Love Island or something. You know, like it's like the best athletes in the world with the highest level of drama. It's impossible not to fall in love with it. Tiffany, the last time we talked a couple of years ago, I feel like you were still a little bit newer on the scene, at least when it comes to the main roster and whatnot. But now you've kind of been there and done that. You've won multiple championships. You've wrestled all over the world. How do you keep things fresh? I think I saw you saying in a different interview that, you felt like things were getting a little stale there for a second, but how do you keep things fresh for you and the audience?
Yeah, that's a really tough question, because sometimes I feel like it's not in your hands, but what I try and do is just control the things that I can control, which is, my wrestling, how well I deliver promos, how well I deliver in the ring, and just making every single second on TV count, I think that's so important. I always feel like I have to make such a good impression every time I'm on TV, because you never know who's scrolling through the TV channels and they're like, oh my gosh, who is this blonde girl with this WWE title who's doing flips in the ring? I want to stay tuned. I want to watch this. And then from then on, hopefully they follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and they become a fan of the product.
So how much say do you have in like what happens on the screen? Is it kind of like you just show up? Because I know there's varying degrees for varying people, but how much say do you have, like, say, in the week-to-week basis on what we see on the screen?
I would say it's pretty collaborative. You can always pitch ideas. It's just sometimes they don't always go with your ideas. However, like, there's been a couple of things that they have gone with that I've pitched, which is really cool. So as I kind of get more familiar with wrestling and I develop more credibility and stuff like that, like, I've just been pitching more ideas, and they've kind of been going with it. Does
this sort of activate like a different part of your brain? Because obviously for the longest time, I'm sure you're focused on the actual wrestling part of it, learning the craft, mastering the craft as you have, but then having to think of it from the producer's angle or the writer's angle. Does it kind of just activate a different part of your brain almost?
Yeah, because I feel like in NXT, things are very, very produced and very, like, everything's talked about. Like, Shawn Michaels really wants things from A to B to C. And so when you come from NXT, like, you're so used to having people just kind of tell you what to do, where on SmackDown and Raw, I feel like you kind of have free will, like a little bit more free will.
Yeah.
You kind of get to decide, like, what moves you want to do in the ring, what story you want to tell in the ring. It's kind of up to you. And I feel like you get put into a sink or swim situation. So you kind of have to battle it out for yourself. And which I like, because I'm very motivated, and I always like to keep things fresh. So to be able to kind of be in charge of my own destiny, I like that a lot.
And you're swim. You said sink or swim. You're out here like Michael Phelps, Tiffany. I mean, you're an absolute natural when it comes to the in-ring, when it comes to the promo. The audience absolutely loves you. But sometimes I do feel like, with the wrestling community, everything is so reactive, right? Like, people are reactive. It's multiple times a week to week thing. So it could be Monday and everybody's like, WWE is the best thing in the world. And then it gets to Friday and everybody's like, I hate this. Let's pitchforks, let's protest, whatever. So how do you kind of react to, or how do you deal with the reactive nature of wrestling fans, because a wise person once said you never really want to be the main character on social media on a day-to-day basis. And sometimes, someone as prominent as you're going to find yourself on the receiving end of online criticism, or unfair or not. How do you kind of deal with that? Or is it just in one ear, out the other, and you're not even paying attention?
Yeah, pro wrestling is a very opinion-based entertainment, I guess you could say, like down to even the booking and stuff like that. Like your fate is kind of decided by somebody else. You can't really control whether or not you win a title, or the fans like you or not. Sometimes too, like the fans will hijack things. And I think the fans they're the main reason why we have this company. So I believe everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and sometimes I do see hate comments, and sometimes I think they're kind of right. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you guys have a lot of cool ideas, or like, you're right, like that's not working, or this is working. So I take it, and I kind of take everything into account, whether it's hate or it's love. I always think, if you believe the good on social media, you have to believe the bad on social media. So I believe everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and you can't really let it affect you that much, because if you do, you'll just be sitting there reading hate comments all day long. Everyone's got something to say,
Right.
It's just the day and age that we live in. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and wrestling is a very opinion-based business, and that's okay. We're here for the fans. I want to hear their opinions, and I want to take what they say into consideration.
Right. But it's exactly right. You got to just kind of take it in stride, right? Like, because if you read only the good things, you're going to have a head as big as my afro right now. And if you read only the bad things, you're going to be sitting in the room in the dark, depressed, and be like, okay, I kind of suck. We kind of deal with the same thing in radio. You could do a segment and you'd be like, wow, I thought that was great. And then you check our texters and it's like, oh, apparently it was not that, sometimes people are right. But in general, I would say that you're a fan favorite, especially in Australia. I mean, how crazy was that fan reaction? It was insane. You would have thought you were born and raised in Australia. The fans were absolutely just going nuts over you. How wrestling internationally in all these different countries, kind of what has that experience been like for you? And what did that reaction specifically in Australia mean to you?
Yeah, I love wrestling internationally. I feel like the crowds there are just so electrifying, and they're so in it. And I believe it's because obviously we don't go there as often, and America's, spoiled when it comes to wrestling. Right. So I love going international. The travel does suck. However, it is worth it. But yeah, Australia was such an amazing experience for me. You have no idea how nervous I was going into Elimination Chamber that year, because I was the rookie. I had only been called up for, I think, like a month and a half, not even, maybe just a month. So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is my time to prove myself. So when I was sitting in that chamber and they all started chanting Tiffy time, it like motivated me so much. I was like, okay, I have to really deliver. Like, this is the moment. They really want me. So that entire match was just kind of a breakthrough moment in my career. And from then on, I feel like it translated over to America, Tiffy time chants in every single country we went to. So I thank Australia, and hopefully one day they consider me Australian.
You're an honorary Aussie at that point. But it does, you're right. It does kind of, sometimes I feel like, especially with the international crowd, something will start over there and then it will carry over to the fans here. I mean, wrestling fans are we're kind of like a herd, like a pack.
Right. Yeah. I could see that. I feel like too, a lot of entrance songs or entrance music gets sung over in the international scene, and then it'll translate over to America. Like, I remember they sang Randy Orton's theme song, and it was so cool. And that's just like so cool to see, I feel like. And then I think in America it translated again. So we have to thank those international crowds.
100%. And it's so much fun I can't even imagine the atmosphere actually being there. It's fun to just watch it on TV. How did your entrance come about? How did you plan that? What was the process? Did it ever look different, or how did your entrance come about?
So I've had, I feel like, a couple different entrances. I know down in NXT I used to have like the it was my old entrance music, and it had like the camera shutters, so it kind of like mimics like paparazzi or like getting my picture taken, and it would do like the blinks. And then now it's kind of I just come out, I do my little walk, go up onto the ring, and I do a little pose, and then I run to the hard cam and I do a little pose there. So yeah, it's a cutie little entrance. Nothing crazy.
Are you ever going to get in the booth like Liv Morgan and do your own entrance music sometime?
Oh, I would love to. I feel like I can sing. Like, I feel like you can hear it in my voice when you talk.
Right. I can hear it. I can hear it. I think you could hit some notes, Tiffy. No auto-tune needed or anything. I think you could do it.
I think I could too. Maybe one day. We'll see.
Speaking of maybe one day, I know you've been pretty open about Hollywood aspirations, acting aspirations. When are we going to see Tiffy on the big screen? We see on the small screen every week. When are we going to see Tiffy on the big screen?
On the small screen, no. I honestly, my main focus right now is wrestling, and I feel like that is my main focus for a while. But you know, if Hollywood ever does knock on my door, I'm not going to say no.
Right.
But yeah, my main focus right now is wrestling, and just trying to develop my character, my in-ring. I want to be considered one of the best female wrestlers in the world one day. So until then, I will be, you know, the best Tiffy time wrestler in the world right now. well, maybe I'll side quest here and there.
Right,
we'll
exactly.
See.
You got to do a little side quest every now and then. How did you kind of cultivate because obviously, you know, you grew up doing gymnastics and whatnot, so you already had the athleticism, but how did you cultivate sort of the theatrical, the dramatic part of being a wrestler?
So, I feel like when I was in NXT, we had a lot of girls that were kind of like the hardcore, like wore studs, wore black, wore leather, and that was kind of the vibe everybody was going for. So, me coming in, I kind of wanted to just lean into being kind of the more girly girl, but could also kick ass in the ring. So I had pitched the Daddy's Little Rich Girl character. And I remember it was me, Road Dogg, Ryan Katz, Gabe Spilewski. We were all sitting, like, having a meeting about my character. And I had pitched that, and they all loved it. So that's how I kind of got on TV. And my vignettes, actually, my first ever vignette was a vignette of me playing tennis.
Really?
I don't play tennis. I don't play tennis. I don't know why we did that, but it was that. And then, yeah, I got on TV, and my second match ever was against Io Sky, which was so cool. Wow. Yeah, and I steal a lot of inspiration from Sharpay Evans. I don't know if you're aware of High School Musical.
For sure.
I loved those movies growing up. So I got the toodles from her, kind of like the mean girl personality from her, and then obviously like style inspiration from Paris Hilton and stuff like that. I wear a lot of pink, Barbie-esque kind of vibes. So yeah, that's mainly where I get my character inspo from. Yeah, just drawing inspiration from all over the place. I love it. When you talk about pitching something, you know, obviously in that example that you just gave, you're talking about, yeah, it went swimmingly well. But does a pitch ever get denied, but you're secretly a little bit like, I know this is good? Do you ever like come back to it later on? You're like, okay, maybe they're not ready for it right now, but I'm gonna pitch it again later. Or do you kind of just have to be quarterback, like it's like you throw an interception and you just have to move on because it's the next play? Yeah, it's kind of just like you send in the pitch and you move on and hope they go with it. But honestly, like I may repitch the Daddy's Little Rich Girl stuff. Right. I think the reason why HBK didn't want to go with it, I think, was because they just didn't have like a daddy for me. There was never a payoff. So maybe I can have a daddy now on SmackDown, and there can be a payoff. So I think it's something that the fans have been asking for too. I think the fans missed the Daddy's Little Rich Girl character. So you think so? Oh my gosh! I think maybe I'll pitch it. Right, Triple H, if you're listening, it's time to get back in the writing booth and get the Daddy's Little Girl thing going again. We're talking about sort of the beginning of your career, but now at this point you've been around for a while. Do you find yourself sort of in because I know you're still learning too and you're still growing your own career, but do you find yourself
in a mentor role, because there is lots of different wrestlers coming up from NXT all the time, younger people coming in the building all the time. Do you find yourself like mentoring people as well?
Yeah, I would say like a lot of the girls are always kind of, trying to navigate things. It is such a tough business, but we have like a couple girls in the locker room, like Nia Jax, Natalia, that people kind of go to and ask questions. They're so amazing. And we have such a good locker room. I feel like it's pretty much drama free. So,
which you can't always say at different points in WWE history.
Yeah, I feel like it used to be a lot cattier back in the day, but naturally with more TV time and it's a lot less cutthroat. The girls have kind of just bonded, and we're all kind of just in a good place in our careers. So, everyone's great in the locker room.
And that's all. I mean, that just makes for a better product, right? Everybody just works a little bit better together. We were talking a little bit ago, Tiffany, about this last year. And I saw in another interview you were saying it felt like it was kind of stale, that you wanted to do something new. What is something you think you learned about yourself over this? I don't want to say tumultuous. That feels like overstating it, but maybe this part of your career that you won't look back as a career high necessarily. What is something you think you've learned about yourself over the last year?
I think ultimately I've kind of just learned to not put so much pressure on myself. I used to be so like every single segment had to be perfect. Every single match had to be perfect. And it still does. However, like I would be stressing all day long, like dry heaving, nervous sweats. So I just think ultimately I've just gotten more confident in my wrestling character and in my wrestling, and calling matches and knowing my moveset and, knowing how to sound in promos and backstages. So, I just think confidence is the key to anything and everything. Being confident in who you are, and I really think I've honed in on that. And I'm really liking where I am right now in wrestling. So, yeah.
That sounds familiar, because I'm the same way every time I'm on the radio. I've been doing radio for almost half my life at this point, 10 plus years. And it's still, every time I turn on the mic, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to vomit. My hands, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti, like Eminem in 8 Mile. So maybe I should take a lesson from you and just be a little bit more confident there, Tiffy. I appreciate that. Right. Yeah, exactly. Less pressure. Do you like being the fan favorite, the crowd favorite more, or would you rather be the heel, the villain? What's more fun for you?
I think I like both. I think it comes in waves, where being the good guy, it kind of gets a little stale. And I do think naturally I am more of a heel. A natural heel. That is how I learned wrestling. Fun fact, I learned wrestling as a heel. So, I just feel like that's my roots. Maybe one day we'll go back to that. You'll have to, keep watching SmackDown to see. But, I think I like both. But I will say I do like being heel a little bit better. It's a lot less pressure. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll get heel Tiffy soon.
Maybe people will need to go to SummerSlam Saturday, August 1st, Sunday, August 2nd, and, of course, tune in to SmackDown. Tiffany, I know you got a million things to do, so I just got a couple more questions for you. Who is someone that you've met? Because a lot of the times when you guys go to these cities, you're getting people from, sporting organizations, you're getting celebrities, comedians, musicians, whatever. Is there anybody that you've met in your time in WWE, like outside of wrestlers, of course, that you've met that made you fangirl a little bit or maybe get a little bit nervous, starstruck?
Let me think about that for a second. I met Topanga.
Oh, yeah.
She was really cool though. Like, she is super chill, super down to earth. She was really sweet to talk to. I went on her podcast as well, and she's close friends with Sabrina Carpenter as well. So they gave me a little gift of her album. So that was really sweet of them. But yeah, Topanga was really cool.
Oh, I would be nervous meeting Topanga too. 100%. Speaking of Sabrina Carpenter and musicians, say someone came to you, Tiffany Stratton, and said, here's a blank check. We want Tiffy Fest 2026. You have, let's say, 5 artists that you can book for Tiffy Fest 2026. Who is going to perform at Tiffy Fest 2026?
All right. So first two that comes to my mind is Sabrina Carpenter and Justin Bieber.
Okay.
They both headlined Coachella, and both were so amazing in person. Let me think who else.
People are already in the door. I mean, the tickets are already sold out just off of those two names alone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Drake
would be another good one. Might as well have it in Canada at that point. Justin Bieber and Drake.
You think? I don't know. I don't
or
really
you can bring
like
it here
Canada.
in Minneapolis. Yeah, just have it here in Minneapolis.
I would love that. I think Minneapolis needs some more love.
Right.
Let me think. Who else?
Got two more.
Waka Flocka.
Yes, I love that.
No Hands is my hype song.
Oh my God.
That is my hype song.
That song still bangs to this day. Like to this day. People, the younger generation might not understand. Waka Flocka, I mean, nobody got the people more hyped than Waka Flocka in his time.
And then my last one would have to be maybe like Doja Cat or Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. I don't know.
Would all be great.
I think maybe Doja Cat. Doja Cat has some really good hits.
Yeah,
I love her music.
She's awesome. Did you get to meet Cardi B? She did some stuff with you guys, right? Did you get to meet her?
She was at SummerSlam last year, but I never got to meet her.
Oh, dang it.
I know.
Is there anybody that you like? What is like an experience that you've had because of wrestling that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to experience outside of the wrestling sphere?
Let me think.
I feel like you guys get to do all types of cool stuff when you go to all these other places and stuff like that. So what?
Yeah, I mean, Fanatics Fest is always so cool because they have so many like celebrities there, like star athletes. I know Tom Brady. Was Tom Brady there last year?
Yeah, I think he was.
So like just being in the same building and like,
right.
Being somebody that's working the event as well is like super cool. They have like this little kind of club in the middle of Fanatics Fest, and I saw all these like celebrities there. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Also, cool. Saudi Arabia is always kind of having cool opportunities for us. I got to go to, I think it was Riyadh earlier this year, and I got to go see their Six Flags amusement park, and they had like the tallest roller coaster in the entire, I think, world there. So I got to see that. I didn't ride it because I don't think it was open yet. But actually, fun fact: the first ride I went on there, I got sick and I had to go get an IV.
Really?
So, yeah.
Dang, are you not a roller coaster person?
So I grew up going to Valley Fair here in Minnesota every single summer. However, I think the more like I've grown up and the more brain trauma I get from wrestling, like the more I'm subject to like vertigo and just like motion sickness. So I get really bad motion sickness now.
Oh, that sucks. Does it affect flying and anything like that or no?
No, it doesn't affect flying. I don't know why, but I do get car sick a lot. Like I can't sit in the back of cars. I can't really do roller coasters anymore. I can't, swing on the swings anymore. Do those kinds of things.
Well, no Valley Fair before SummerSlam then, because the people want to see you, Tiffany. You're going to get one of the loudest reactions, if not the loudest reaction in the building. But say someone's listening or watching right now, and they don't watch wrestling. Maybe they haven't since they were a kid. Maybe they've never watched wrestling. Why should they come to SummerSlam Saturday, August 1st and Sunday, August 2nd?
I think this match alone, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, that match alone is such a must-see match. I believe they've squared up already 2 times, but just Brock Lesnar being there in person, because we don't get a lot of him anymore. So him being there is going to be so cool against Obafemi, who is like the next up. He is like the next big main star of WWE, and I want to see what happens, honestly. So I think that alone like can sell the entire SummerSlam weekend. However, obviously you're going to have Tiffy time somewhere on there. I'm the hometown hero here, guys. Like, of course you're going to want to come see Tiffy time, but no, I always tell everybody, if you come to a wrestling event, always bring like a friend that isn't a fan, because There is nothing else in this world like experiencing a wrestling show live in person and getting to be involved with the crowd chants and seeing the wrestling live and hearing the crowd go crazy for certain superstars or certain spots. Because they will always leave a fan after a live wrestling show. I guarantee you. So I think that pretty much sums it all up, and hopefully SummerSlam is everything everybody dreams of. It obviously will be because I'm going to be there.
Of course. And it's always Tiffy time here in the Twin Cities, and you couldn't be more right. Every time someone, like, one of my friends, like, you're watching wrestling, and I'm like, just chill. And by 30 minutes later, they're like, whoa. And then the next week, they're like, hey, so what ended up happening with that storyline? You know, it's like, it'll make a fan out of you, so make sure to be in U.S. Bank Stadium August 1st and August 2nd for the first ever, right? This is the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, I think.
No, we had a 2-night last year.
Okay. Second ever, then. We'll pretend it's the first ever.
Second ever.
But it's the first ever in Minneapolis. Make sure to be there. Thanks for joining me today, Tiffany. You're the best.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good rest of the day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was WWE superstar Tiffany Stratton. God, I know people think, like, when you're in radio, you love the sound of your own voice. I cannot stand it. I was cringing the entire time. I sound like such a dork. Oh, thanks. Everything she said. You hear, you notice all your vocal tics. Can I say I mean or obviously more than I already did? Jeez, I sound like such a dork.
We've all got them.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's so hard to listen to yourself, man. It drives me crazy, but I hope the listeners had a good time listening. Tiffany Stratton, she'll be in town for SummerSlam August 1st and August 2nd. Second hour, speaking of second hour of 9 to noon, worst case scenario edition is coming at you with Marissa Voss around the corner. 9 to noon, we'll be right back after this.
It's worst case scenario on the Fan.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Newgate School.